What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you're on a fantastic day today, and today I have a very exciting model unboxing for you all today. Today we're going to be taking a look here at the Phoenix models 1:400 scale British Airways Airbus A320 in the Oneworld livery with the Shotcuts here today. I really hope all of you are excited for this. I'm currently here joined by JJ Skippy today. JJ, how you doing? And what are you thinking of this model unboxing today in your setup?
We're doing phenomenal. How are we doing?
All is well here. Super excited for this, as been awesome to film some videos here with JJ. We've got a bunch of great work done here following the Airlines International Convention of 2024. So really excited to get this model out today and take a look at it. Now, the reason I chose this model was because this one's actually really special to me. So I got to see many cool aircraft during my European excursion of June 2024. One of those that I saw many times I thought was really special was the British Airways A320 in the Oneworld livery here with the Shotcuts. So saw several of them at London Heathrow, and when I went to the Aviation megastore in Amsterdam, I found this aircraft and it was a no-brainer to pick it up considering how cool this one is. So now I have three narrow bodies for British Airways, an A319, an A320 Oneworld, and an A321neo. So that really hints what kind of narrow bodies British Airways operates. But anyway, so this is a great looking model here. So here it is. So here's the box. You have kind of a palette design here with some various blue shades. Airbus A320, there's the CGI, Oneworld, and then you got British Airways. Registration is Golf, Echo, Uniform, Yankee, Romeo. And again, 1:400 scale here for the box and the model. So this box actually got a little wore out because it actually rained when we went plane spotting in Amsterdam following the acquisition of this aircraft. So unfortunately this one was on the end of the edge of the bag, and unfortunately got a little wet there, but it kind of survived, it kind of didn't. So it's still in relatively decent shape and still hold the model. So if we want to stay any further time and go ahead and get it out here. So here it is again, A320 with the Oneworld titles by none other than Phoenix, which has been really impressive lately. So here it is. Let me go ahead and lower this here and zoom in. So it's a really nice aircraft in all facets, from the various titles to the mold itself. It's really a solid offering here. So as you can tell, it's really nice, and honestly I think they did a very good job with it. So let me kind of tilt it here to give it another perspective here and also make sure that we get this focused right there. And let me go ahead and drop this guy. We'll also get a pointer. Thank you, JJ. And feel free to intervene at any time as we take a look at this British Airways Airbus A320 Oneworld with the Shotcuts today. Can't go beyond 3x on this. Well, first off, macro mode is one reason, but the real reason is because I got a dust spot now on that lens, and it really likes to go macro mode when we get into those areas. But let's see if I can somehow pull off. So weird doing the reverse setup, but I love it. Okay, I think that should be right where we want it. It seems like it's struggling to focus a little bit, but it seems like it's in focus. So let's go ahead and take a look. So here we have the cockpit windows along with the cockpit along with the nose cone rather. That looks pretty nice. It's a little dunky, but certainly not too bad to say the least right there. Then you got some various panels and whatnot, some other additional details, followed by the larger Oneworld logo they have on these aircraft here on the left side of the door to really press that, because obviously when these passengers are boarding the aircraft, they're not going to be able to see these titles from the bridge, so that's certainly cool to see. There's nose landing gear with the very famous Phoenix silver, so that's really cool to see. Hit the L1 door right here along with the antenna, so that looks really nice. And you can see all the various other details here. Remember, Oneworld, and you get the British Airways titles, and you got the Navy underneath, which certainly looks really nice there. So just certainly glad to see all that, and that's certainly really awesome right there, to say the least. Getting to the middle of the aircraft, you're going to find some other pretty standard details with the emergency exits right here, and you got the pad along with the beautiful IAE 2500 engines. Phoenix, I think, does a good job replicating these. Obviously, they're a little like too circular. There probably needs to be a little bit more precision to the actual shape, but considering the proportions and all that, I think they did a good job. So definitely glad to see that. You do have a beacon on the top side right there, along with the underneath where you got the main landing gear. Again, that beautiful silver trim around the wheels is really nice, and then you got the beautiful wings up here with the flap slats and speed brakes, along with that emergency exit, which is really angled off here on the Airbus narrow body. So that's really cool to see on this Phoenix mold. Get a little look there at the leading edge of the wing, and then there's the trailing edge. You can see all the various pieces, and it's a really pretty solid detail effort there. The flaps are a little bit tougher to see, but I think they were intentionally done that way, so not bad. So let me use the beautiful technique here to move the aircraft up a little bit. So we take a look at the antenna right there. That's going to be the second one here on the top, which is quite nice. And we get back here, all economy back here, and you had some first class up there in the front. And then let me make sure that we can get that registration a little bit better in focus. So the registration of this aircraft is Golf Echo Uniform Yankee Romeo, as we talked about in the box. So that's certainly cool to see. And you got one more antenna, a little bit more of a stubby design. Phoenix does a good job at replicating that. And you got the beautiful L2 door along with the beautiful Captain Darkyard British Airways tail fin. I love the red and the blue. Flew their absolutely ginormous double-decker Airbus A380 from London Heathrow to Boston. That was definitely a dream to say the least. So really fortunate to get to do that. And that was an absolute blast. So that was really cool to say the least. Let's bounce her over to the right side, take a look at those applicable details. Very similar, however, they do have the cargo door right here and in the back right there as well. They actually do load cargo on these. I saw an example at Heathrow where they actually had a cargo loader up to those. So the reason those are bigger is these Airbus narrow-body aircraft can actually load cargo bins, which is really cool. I thought that was just a gimmick detail for these die-cast model airplanes, but this is actually what the model or what these aircraft are doing. So that's really cool. And also while at Heathrow, I saw a really cool sequence of an electric pushback tug. So this guy had a remote control, and I got a video of it, so I'll be sure to show it at some point. But he literally controls the pushback tug, pushing the aircraft back with a remote control, which is definitely beyond any comprehension I've ever had of these planes before. So definitely shows you where we're going in the landscape of aviation in Europe. You can also see in the back here with some other applicable details how it looks, and overall it's quite a fascinating looking model. So it looks really nice right there. Let's get it by the way that we know best and take a look here at the top where we have some various details there. Just the beacon and the 3 antennas there on top, and there's a look at the wings, so that's really nice. And here's the bottom of the aircraft where we have all the other applicable details. Let me get it there. There we go. So you can see all those details, stand hole, and they do a really good job here in this nose area, really getting some good detail on the panels and whatnot, so that's really cool. And the back's here nice too. You got an antenna on the underneath, that navy color, and all of what you would expect to see right there. So yeah, this is a really cool aircraft. Again, a very special one considering that I saw this at Heathrow many times, 3 times within 30 minutes during my first spotting session there, and at least a couple others. And I also saw it at Stockholm as well. So these make the rounds. I think there's 3, 4, 5 of them, so they definitely have a healthy fleet of these in the narrow body fleet. And that was just Heathrow. I can only imagine what's at Gatwick and the other larger British Airways operations around the United Kingdom and beyond. So safe to say that they make their rounds, and I would love to fly one of these sometime. We'll see what happens during another European adventure in the future. I'm sure it's not out of the question to get there in narrow bodies, but it's going to be tough when you got airlines like Aer Lingus, Ryanair, and others that I would really like to check out in the process. So JJ, any thoughts on this Oneworld Phoenix model and any additional details to conclude today's unboxing video?
It's a very nice model. It looks great, and definitely something I'd like to add to my collection if I were starting a European airport. I know you have plans to do some at some point as well, because you built up a massive domestic European fleet thanks to that Europe extravaganza of yours from prior to airliners. So I'm kind of inspired to start doing my own at some point in the future. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I'd be excited to do some at some point and just take a look at the European aviation, just see how the domestic stuff works, and see all the airlines, figure out how they all operate and where they all fly to, and just sort of learn all about that. Because I'm that type of person to try and learn new things and try some new things, and it's definitely inspiring me to do the same thing. So overall, I like this model and it looks really nice.
Completely agree with that, and it is a really unique sector, so we'll be covering that going forward here. But nevertheless, really fun video today. JJ, thank you so much for coming to hang out with us in this video and letting us use your setup. It was certainly a fun one, and really glad to get to see this here today. So with all that being said, everybody, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My name's Redriveraviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust process. Do you love and love you do. My name's Redriveraviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.